Let me tell you a story. A psychologist decided he needed to learn more about how his patient was thinking. So he decided to do an assessment using the Rorschach ink blot test. You know those cards with the ink blots on them that are just ink blots? So the psychologist asked his patient to describe what he saw as he presented the first card for the patient to examine. Without much delay, the patient said that he thought it looked like a couple having sex. Presented with the second card, the patient reported seeing a male sex organ. Well, you get the idea. This theme was consistent as the patient examined each successive ink blot. Finally, the psychologist asked the patient why he thought he was responding with sexual themes to all of the ink blots. Without hesitation, the patient replied, "Well, you're the one that's showing me the dirty pictures." Have you ever wondered how it is that people come to believe what they believe? I mean, how can seemingly intelligent people fall for the numerous conspiracy theories or disagree so strongly on political issues? I believe it has to do with the fact that we are all hardwired to create stories from incomplete or ambiguous information, just as our patient did with the Rorschach ink blot test. I mean, have you ever looked up in the sky and seen clouds and made a story out of it? And how about our ancestors, gazing at the stars at night and creating gods and fish and all sorts of animals, each with their own story? Our propensity for storytelling is who we are. It's in our DNA. Not only do we tell stories, we are captivated by them as well. Research has even demonstrated that unknown to us, our memories about events and even about ourselves are largely fictional stories, not always based on facts. It would seem then that the stories we tell on us. They are frequently created using incomplete information, faulty memories, and ambiguous data. Our stories simply fill in the blanks. They describe our beliefs, values, and biases. They determine how we see things and how we respond to events. Jonathan Haidt, a social psychologist, has provided us with research that demonstrates that the stories liberals and conservatives tell, for example, about how they each create a better world, have differing sets of values and priorities given to them. This determines what each of these groups consider to be right, ethical, and caring behavior. Essentially, they have different stories. Perhaps it's time to recognize that the stories we tell and are most responsive to are not about what's true, but about what makes us feel good. Something for you to consider.